the most loving thing to do with LGBT people is to tell them the truth. You know, Paul said about this time in Thessalonians that actually, you know, people would be not loving that truth anymore. And because they're not loving that truth, they are becoming the rock upon which the little children are stumbling on. And these are people, you know, who are coming to Christ. The first place they look to in the UK is the Church of England, because it is the Church of England. It's the main representative of the church as a whole in the nation. And so the fact that they have turned their backs on the gospel, they have turned their backs to the truth, people like me who did not want to go in this direction, you know, we are now voiceless. This approach would not have helped me. In fact, where I came from, I never wanted to accept this identity. I always knew there was something more. I never wanted to go down that route, regardless of how affirming members of my family were, etc. Because we did have those kinds of conversations. It's not a route I wanted to go in. I felt completely betrayed by the Church of England. I felt completely betrayed by the NHS. I felt completely betrayed by the education system and independent mental health bodies, because there was literally nowhere that I could turn to. And 3 years ago, this is what had me on a windowsill waiting to jump, right? Now, the fact that that voices like mine have been silenced for so long, and the fact that it was so hard for me to find help, I am thinking a lot of these suicides and stuff like that we're seeing, I mean, is it really the case of not being accepted or included when you see pride flags everywhere around London, around the entire country, in most of the schools, etc.? The Equality and Diversity Acts protecting them, etc.? Now, for someone like me, there was nowhere to turn to. And I despair, I literally despair, when I think that probably a lot of these deaths going on are because they are people like me who wanted to come away from that, who wanted to try a different route. And you know, on this route, I've felt so much peace, love, and joy, and in no way the same person as I used to be 3 years ago. So I'm really hoping that the Church of England would finally listen, and that they would accept the fact that people can come away, that change is possible for those who have experienced same-sex attraction, and that actually, you know, going through this journey brings you so much more joy, love, and fulfillment and peace than if you were to go completely against the gospel, which is the gospel of change, and, you know, end up bitter and sour like we see most of the people inside that synod.